Welcome to WFM's 3 p.m. News. I am your presenter, Naressa Bostwick. On the local scene, Invest SVG, this country's national investment promotions agency, has announced the appointment of Alejandro Tesorero as its new communications officer effective December 2024. With the role having been advertised to the general public in August this year, he was successful in the screening process and is enthusiastic about being a part of the dynamic and innovative team. Alejandro joins Invest SVG with experience in marketing and corporate communications, paired with a bachelor's degree in marketing from the University of the West Indies, for which he attained first-class honors. He previously served as the marketing executive at Digital St. Vincent Limited. Alejandro is a Venezuelan-born Vincentian-raised professional who also takes pride in being a digital creative with passions for graphic design, photography, and the arts. His knowledge in managing multi-channel communications, along with creative and digital media, is expected to play a pivotal role in advancing the organization's mission to attract foreign direct investment and promote economic development in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Invest SVG is preparing to launch their first diaspora outreach mission for 2025, an initiative geared at encouraging Vincentian nationals living abroad to open businesses and invest into their home country. As the first program of its kind in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they are expecting great success, not only upon launch, but also in continuing this program in collaboration with its various sponsors and stakeholders. The mission, operating under the tagline, "Home is where the heart is," seeks to strengthen ties with our diaspora communities by hosting a series of informative workshops based around investment opportunities, business best practices, product development, export services, and many more key topics in related fields. Outreach will be conducted at various locations abroad between May 7th to 19th, namely in Toronto, New York, and Washington, D.C. Invest SVG values the importance of meeting people where they are and acknowledges that these areas are home to a high concentration of our Vincentian and Caribbean diaspora. Over the coming months, further details will be provided and published on Invest SVG's various social media pages. The Caribbean Agricultural Research and Development Institute CARDI celebrated CARDI Day 2024 by hosting an exhibition and field day ceremony at its field station in Orange Hill on December 5th. The event commemorated CARDI's 50th anniversary, highlighting its ongoing contributions to agricultural research, increased productivity, and the integration of innovative technologies within the agricultural sector of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The opening ceremony was led by Mr. Donowa Jackson, CARDI's country representative, and featured remarks from Saboto Caesar, Minister of Agriculture, Forestry, Fisheries, Rural Transformation, Industry and Labor, Mistress Naressa Gittins-Macmillan, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Mr. Renato Gums, Chief Agricultural Officer, and Montgomery Daniel, Minister of Transportation Works, Land and Surveys, and Physical Planning. Their speeches underscored the vital role CARDI plays in the sustainable development of agriculture here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As part of the anniversary celebrations, awards of recognition were presented to CARDI staff, former employees, dedicated farmers, and other distinguished individuals for their significant contributions to the advancement of agriculture. In regional news, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, has recognized cassava bread as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. The proposal, presented by the Dominican Republic, Cuba, Haiti, Honduras, and Venezuela, was recently approved in Paraguay in the context of the 19th session of the Intergovernmental Committee for the Safeguarding of the Intangible Cultural Heritage. Among the arguments presented for the inscription of cassava was its relevance as a symbol of identity, social cohesion, and sustainable development in Caribbean communities. UNESCO emphasized that this round bread made with bitter cassava reflects an indigenous and African legacy transmitted informally in homes and formally in schools. The decision highlights the role of cassava in the preservation of peace and the dialogue between communities, in addition to its importance as a cultural identity reference in the region. At least 110 mostly elderly people have been brutally murdered by gang members in the Haitian capital, Port-au-Prince, according to a human rights group. The National Human Rights Defense Network said a local gang leader had targeted them after his son fell ill and subsequently died. The gang leader reportedly consulted a voodoo priest who blamed the elderly locals practicing witchcraft for the boy's mystery illness. The United Nations said the number of people killed in Haiti so far this year in spiraling gang violence had reached a staggering 5,000. A former U.S. Marine, Daniel Penny, has been found not guilty of criminally negligent homicide for putting a homeless man in a fatal chokehold. Jurors deliberated for 5 days before declaring Mr. Penny not guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in the death of 30-year-old Jordan Neely on a New York City train on May 1, 2023. The verdict comes after prosecutors agreed to drop a more serious charge of second-degree manslaughter on Friday, as jurors could not reach an agreement. The move allowed the jurors to move to consider the second lesser charge of negligent homicide. According to the BBC, the verdict announced today was met with loud applause in the Manhattan courtroom. This has been WFM's 3 p.m. News. I have been your presenter, Naressa Bostwick. Do join us at 5:30 p.m. when we will bring you the latest news.